Well, it's David again. Hey, I'm going to call this our Friday 5 minute in recruiting. 5 minutes in recruiting on Fridays. So, listen, what do we do on Fridays? You had a good week. You've worked hard. You have um, built up a nice pipeline this week. You've got people coming in next week for your positions that you're trying to fill. And what do you do now? It's Friday. What do you do? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you've got everything buttoned up, sewed up, you got all the check marks done. But the most important thing you can do is to reassure your driver that this is where they need to be, because even though in your mind they are coming, they're solid, everything is great, guess what? There's two other, three other, four other companies that are probably doing the same exact thing. Now, do you want to stand out from the crowd? Do you want to stand head and shoulders taller so that that driver or that team remembers, hey, this is the person that we need to be talking to. This is the company that we need to go to. Well, here's a couple of tidbits on Friday. I call it recruit to retain. We finished up a retention program, and that was the last thing we did on this past week was recruit to retain. Do you want to retain those drivers that you recruit? Listen, your company is depending on you to get drivers into your pipeline, but also into your onboarding process to get oriented and then seat trucks. Why? Well, the law of numbers, the law of averages says that we did have some people that left us for whatever reason, controllable or uncontrollable. The other thing is companies are now starting to see growth, maybe a very small amount, but they're going to see more and more as this capacity continues to drop and we get better there, leveled out between capacity and the shipping. So here's the thing, you've got to stand out. You've got to A, B, and C in your recruiting. We covered that a few months ago. I might do another series on that. But always be closing, always be contacting the driver, always be asking them, what more can we do? How can we help you? So here's what you got to do today. Number one, you need to make sure your driver knows what they're coming in for, what the pay is going to be, if there's any kind of incentive plans, what the benefits are will be offered to them. They need to know what their home time will be in a normal routine atmosphere. Why? These are important, and these are where drivers sometimes get confused because they've talked to so many other carriers. You want to stand head and shoulders above the rest. So I'm going to give you the secret that probably only 10% of the company or the country is doing right now. Send that driver, if you haven't already, send them that final welcome to your company email. Have it bold, welcome. Check this out. And then you tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to expect. This is the pay. This is where you're going from here. Chances are that hopefully by this time, all of the transportation has been made. They know how they're going to get there, and you reaffirm that to them. Ask them to reach out to you with any concerns or any questions. If you don't hear from them within about an hour, send them a message and then pick up the phone and, yes, have a human conversation with them. We want to be human. We want to have that conversation. So, guys, in the 5 minutes that I said we would do a Friday short on recruit to retain, that's the secret sauce to make sure you have a great show rate 98% of the year. Do the little things, go the further step, and take that extra step with your driver to make sure they're going to be here and seated in your orientation. Don't just forget about them, because I promise you, other companies and other carriers are not going to forget about them. You need them. It's a very competitive market again, and we want quality. Remember, recruit to retain, and this is your first step. Make that great impression. Hey, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week with Transportation Talks with David. And I might start doing the Friday shorts on recruit to retain if this takes off. Have a great day.